like clocks in the wintertime. We stay eating like it's dinner time. Been feasting and feasting and feast big, but it ain't no rhyme. We don't know the meaning of drought because we keep it so wet. Boy, I swear now it's been a while. Just speaking in general, boy, there is no 4 minutes.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. The Bengals come into today's matchup wanting to find a way to walk out of the stadium with win number 5 on the season. It's the Falcons going up against the Bengals.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Cincinnati Bengals. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Passing, it's Dalton. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. Elliott now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. There's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. On third down, Ryan. Going up top. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. Ross on the return. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Bengals will take over here first. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Offense looking to avoid a third and long. It's second and 10. Time running out here on the play clock. And now with the play clock winding down, Ben McAdoo's going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. Dalton here from the gun. And the third down pass falls incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. And that's the connection, Ryan to Jones, that this defense obviously has to key in on.
Certainly feels like they got the party started with that one, doesn't it? And when those two get in sync, it just scares the heck out of defenses because he can hit Julio Jones in a short zone, and he can take it the whole way.
Ryan. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And that is incomplete.
So we have to remember, this offensive unit, they've been off for the last 2 weeks. Had an open week, and so it might take them a little while to get back into rhythm. I know they worked hard to try and get past that in practice, but practice isn't game speed.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now here's Ross. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And Green with a catch left side. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. So here we go, a 3rd down after the 2nd down pass completion. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up? Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Now Ryan back into his end zone. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. To throw from his end zone. Ryan finding Gabriel complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And that one results in 35 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Now Ryan on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jordan Willis, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. On second down, here's Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. And now a first down following that long gain. From the gun, it's Ryan. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. On first and 10, it's Ryan. The swing pass caught. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll try to run with a J. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Jay Ajayi with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And oh, it's blocked. This is going the other way. It's a foot race. He's at the 50, 30, the 20. And he dives into the end zone and gets the 2 points. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Second down, Dalton. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. They'll run it now out of the gun. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. Third and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. I don't think Dalton liked the matchup there. He's going to call a timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Third and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. From the gun, Dalton. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. Operating from the gun, Dalton dumps it off to Mixon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
Dalton throwing on second down to Mixon on the check down. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. To throw on second down. Dalton. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Gabriel, the man in motion. They'll start out on the ground with a Ajayi. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. On second down, Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They go play action here on first down. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he's going to taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. And a great spot to start this drive from here. A first down throw coming for Dalton. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Looking to throw on second down. Dalton complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now Mixon. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Five wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. To throw on second down. Dalton. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Now the Bengals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Dalton. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Elliott now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll begin the drive with Ajayi. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down near the 34-yard line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he goes out right around the 39. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. The final shot before break. Ryan, he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Elliott now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. For the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. Flush to his right. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he takes this down deep into Cincinnati territory. A gain of 39 that time. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll run here with Freeman. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Now Ryan. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Read it well, and it's picked. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Dalton hovering near the goal line. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Green. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green, 96 yards. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Elliott now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Flushed out right. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And he'll give it here to his running back. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, after those plays, the offense coordinator has feel like he has balance in his favor. Threw it, then ran it, both for nice chunks of yardage. Now he feels like he's got things going in his direction, but the defensive coordinator, his guys are off balance a little bit. How does he set up, and what does he plan for on the next play? Is there a tendency there he can lock in on and maybe set his defensive call?
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. They'll drop the throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
The Falcons on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
All right, here we go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And Bryant's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3.
It's good to be the kicker for the top offense in the NFL, and Matt Bryant was that in 2016. Led the league in scoring with 158 points, but boy, does Atlanta find him valuable. So dependable and clutch.
And he's been valuable in this league for a while. Hard to believe he's been around since 2002. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They built up that lead at intermission, and they're just continuing to pour it on right now, aren't they?
Locked into a really good groove right now. I don't know if it's just the play calling. I know the execution is really, really sharp right now, and all the playmakers are doing exactly what you expect. They're making plays, and right now, defense has no answer and no chance of catching up.
Yeah, they're just looking to turn anywhere for a stop defensively. Here's Dalton. Steps away to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
I know I'm not giving enough credit to the defenders because that pass was incomplete. But come on, it was A.J. Green. I always expect him to come up with the ball.
Yeah, on those deep routes especially, even on incompletions, it's fun to watch him run those routes.
It certainly is, but he eats up ground and he usually goes up and gets it.
So 2nd and 10 here. Throwing again. Dalton. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Now the Bengals on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively a dime look, 6 DBs. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And Eifert has it. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. And he rifles one incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. 3rd down here.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now the Bengals on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. Dalton here from the gun. Going deep downfield for Ross. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. With that off,
Jay's going to go. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Jay, 98 yards. And the Falcons get a bit closer. And that carry of 98 yards is now tied for the 2nd longest in NFL history.
Amon Green did it, I believe, in 2003 when he was playing for Green Bay.
Against the Broncos, I think.
And just face it, no matter who was running the ball, for that distance, give them some oxygen as well as the touchdown. What a play.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Throwing, Dalton. Escaping the pressure right. And some room to maneuver. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dalton. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down.
Now that run, that's exactly why you stay with the running game. You don't abandon it totally. You stick with it, keep telling your guys to stay motivated, and they found a crease on that play.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Dalton now to pass. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry.
Dalton, bootlegs out. And caught right side, Green. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now, the Bengals on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll run it now out of the gun. Mixon hit, and the ball is out. And the Falcons grab it. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Back to throw now on first down. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit right at the 45. 23 yards on the play. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll toss it to Ajayi. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Back to throw. And it's complete. Hooper. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Here we go now.
A handoff as they run the counter play. He's to the 10, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Jay Ajayi, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. To throw again. Dalton. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Carlos Dunlap in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to launch this thing. Wait, it's caught at the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw left side, complete to Ross. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Second down, 9 yards to go. So Dalton now. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Vic Beasley in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fella's got the memo. And they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And it's fielded at the 34. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Jay Ajayi's gonna go. And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6. A big-time play there for the Falcons. And even 50 yards on the ground. And here we go on 1st and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Tie game here. Time starting to run down. The defense really needs to try and keep this game tied, see if they can get the ball back for the offense. 2nd and goal to go now. They toss to Freeman. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. They'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll try and run. Freeman. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left, and then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And Bryant's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front, but then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The slot man in motion right. The play clock's running down. Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive. And that'll set them back 5. And this will probably be the last play they can squeeze in here before the 2-minute warning.
Defense always has to be careful in this situation. A lot of teams like to take a shot.
Slot man moves right. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will be stopped here for no gain, and then it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Grady Jarrett with the tackle. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Second down, Dalton. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
And they take a knee. The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Ryan heads down to a knee, and that should wrap this one up. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you can just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for the Falcons, the win gets them.